what a day. It has been a fantastic Wednesday. Hi, everyone. It's Eric Wilhelm here with weather for Weather Geeks, sometimes referred to as a Chamber of Commerce day, especially later in spring when things are blooming and it looks really nice outside. But aside from the bare trees today, boy, it was fantastic. Sometimes on a day like today, you hear the phrase severe clear. That's sometimes a pilot's term for just an absolutely clear sky. Nothing in the way of cloudiness, once again, for the vast majority of the day today. Now, we did have a few clouds filtering in as we got close to sunset this evening. Much like yesterday, let's take a look at our low-orbiting satellite picture of the region today. The ice coverage on Lake Erie 10 days ago in the 80s. Now it's much lower. And it was interesting to watch in real time today. Ice continuing to melt on Mosquito Lake, Pymatuning Reservoir, Lake Wilhelm over in Mercer County. On some of the high-res satellites today, you could actually see in real time the ice shriveling on those smaller bodies of water. And up on Lake Erie, I suspect by the end of next week we'll be down to about zero ice coverage. But right now, again, it's in the mid-30s after peaking just 10 days ago, around 86. What a steep decline as we went through late February and into early March. So now we're well below the seasonal average for March the 3rd, which is right around 60% ice coverage. But there's always a big variance. That's just an average. It's a long-term average, but some years, like last year, there was hardly any ice at all on Lake Erie the whole winter, including in early March. And then some years we have quite a bit higher ice coverage in early March on Lake Erie. It just depends on overall how those winter temperatures decided to shake out. All right, it overachieved today temperature-wise. We had 51 in the forecast. Got to 57 this afternoon, 55 in Pittsburgh, 58 in New Philly. You know, when we don't have any foliage on the trees, when everything is still bare, and you get full sunshine as the sun continues to strengthen, the temperatures can pretty easily overachieve because that incoming solar radiation is not getting intercepted at all by vegetation. It's just all hitting the ground, and the ground is heating the air. And so you have temperatures overachieving more often in early March, even late March, before things really start to bloom around here than really almost any other time of the year, in my experience. When you have that full sunshine, the sun is as strong now as it is in early October, and the wind direction is not a factor. We don't have a northerly breeze bringing in lake-cooled air or anything like that. Yeah, sometimes the temperatures can really outpace forecasts and computer modeling, and today was one of those days. Boy, is it quiet across the country this evening. The exception is Southern California, where it's raining, even the chance for thunderstorms this evening, out towards LA and San Diego. That's pretty much it. The rest of the country is sharing in the very quiet weather that we have here locally. But a cold front is heading our way. That front is not that far to our north and west. Notice Milwaukee's in the 30s, Green Bay's around 42. That's the air mass that's coming our way for tomorrow. So this front's going to come through late tonight. Might even have a flurry or two as we get more of a northerly component to the wind off the lake. There might be a few flurries around into tomorrow morning. Otherwise, the balance of tomorrow just fairly cloudy and uneventful, just colder. Good 20 to 25 degrees colder than it was today. The clouds will then thin out some tomorrow night before perhaps re-emerging for a time Friday morning. Whatever clouds are out there Friday morning probably fade away, and it ends up being just a generally sunny second half of the day Friday, albeit chilly. And that's the story for the weekend as well. It's not going to be a very warm weekend, but high pressure will visit and give us a partly to at times mostly sunny sky Saturday and Sunday, but temperatures remaining a handful of degrees colder than the average over the weekend. All right, then the pattern changes as we head into next week. All the warm anomalies will be out across the nation's midsection over the weekend, but by next week they come east, and so by Monday we are way above the average, and Monday is just the start. By Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got a chance to be as much as 20 to 23 degrees warmer than the average, so check out the numbers. I have 63 in the forecast for a week from today, next Wednesday. Now, this is just the opening bid. You know, as we get closer, of course, we'll be fine-tuning forecasts. But if you have a day next Wednesday that is like today, where it ends up being fairly sunny, still no leaves on the trees, I'm not going to be shocked if temperatures even exceed our initial estimates here for a week from today. Now, if it ends up being a little bit cloudier than today, we don't have full sunshine, then, you know, the chances of an overachieving kind of day definitely do decrease. Now, as we look ahead to the 8 to 14 day period, so in other words, kind of the end of next week and beyond, The brighter reds, the deeper reds kind of disappear from the map, and I think this will be kind of a transitional period. Some of the colder weather out west that will dominate through the middle of next week will start to come east. And I do think that next weekend, we can certainly say goodbye to the 60s and probably even the 50s. We probably have some 40s in our future for daytime highs as we head towards next weekend. Now, after a high of at least 63 next Wednesday, 40s all of a sudden sound really chilly, but you got to remember that by next weekend, our average highs are still in the lower and mid 40s, so it's just kind of a return to average. So I think in tomorrow's 8 to 14 day outlook, you'll see the oranges and reds trimmed even further as we get beyond the midweek warm period and head into that next weekend of March, right around St. Patrick's Day. Does not look as warm as the middle of next week. All right, that'll do it for me tonight. Thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and thanks as always for tuning in.